everybody, it is December 22nd, and I'm going through Joshua just cause. As I am, I knew Joshua took over after Moses had died or, went away and so forth. And he's the one who led the Israelites back into the promised land. I remember all that, but as I'm going through this, there were some things that I didn't remember that maybe I'm the only person. But first, of course, everybody's like, hey, we're going to obey you just like Moses. And, God's talking to you just like Moses. And so he was definitely compared to Moses. And one of the things he had to do was to cross the Jordan River. And they sent the Ark of the Covenant out first, and that kind of stopped the river, and everybody passed across. And when it was all done, before they took the covenant, carrying the covenant, Ark of the Covenant out, a member from each of the 12 tribes had to get a stone from the river and put it on the dry land as a remembrance of this. And obviously, this is a huge connection back to Moses with the parting of the Red Sea. Again, kind of showing all the Israelites, okay, Joshua's our man. This is the guy who's going to do it. Look at the wonders and so forth. But the remembrance thing intrigued me. So I had to go on to Google and look for the 12 stones at Gilgad. And I think that's Gilgad, how you say that. Pretty sure. Anyway, and there were a lot of pictures of monuments. I kept trying to click on different websites to see what they had to say, but I don't think they know like the 12 stones. There was even like a footprint, because it said something about the footprint of the priests that were carrying the Ark of the Covenant in the river, which obviously couldn't stay, but it was this one thing. But this idea that I just didn't even realize, that crossing of the Jordan River. That's pretty big. And I don't remember it. I've been through the whole Bible before, but there's a difference between just reading from cover to cover. It's a great thing to do, kind of getting to know in there, but there's a lot of meat in here. And so God was kind of putting this here. It's an intrigue, a point of interest. And I wonder if God feels the same way I do. Like when my students or my kids get interested in history or the past, especially as it regards to Christianity, Judaism, that just, lights me on fire. And so I wonder if God's up there going, yeah, I know. That's cool, right? That's cool. Which is the same thing I would do if it were my kids or my students. And so I got pretty fired up because I love the connection between Moses and Joshua that I didn't realize. And, that whole parting of more water again, that's just cool. I love it when God is, unequivocally saying, that's my man. This is where you should go. Sometimes God makes those choices for us so obvious that when we don't follow them, we're just like trying to look the other way on purpose. And so maybe that's what he's trying to tell me too. But I thought it was really cool. And so if you're interested in reading that story, it is in Joshua 4. It's basically that whole chapter there in Joshua. And so it kind of lit me up and made me go Google searching and a lot of different pictures. And, I'm sure that, but the idea that one of those could have been from that time and just the remembrance of it there, I just think is really cool. And so I think just like I get jazzed up about my kids learning, I think God gets jazzed up when I get excited too. So that's where I am with God a little bit today, excited. And I think I'm going to go do some more research.